It's so great you could join us again. I am with Greg Engert, beer director for the Neighborhood Restaurant Group, a James Beard Award nominee. The group includes, in Georgetown, The Sovereign, also where it all started for the Neighborhood Restaurant Group. In the Delray neighborhood of Alexandria, you've got Evening Star Cafe. Planet Wine is right next door. Greg, it is always good to see you.
You too, buddy.
What do we have on tap this week?
One of my favorite breweries around, Jolly Pumpkin Artisan Ales out of Dexter, Michigan.
Been a while.
Yeah, and I love these. I love their beer. We should be doing more of them on this show. Ron Jeffries is a good friend and innovator and artist who makes the beers for Jolly Pumpkin. You know, he started, I think, home brewing or getting interested in beer in the early 90s, started brewing professionally by the mid 90s, and then was able to realize his dream of opening up his very own brewery in 2004 with Jolly Pumpkin. One of the coolest things about all that is that he decided to build in 2004, not in 2014 or even 2012 or 2019, obviously, a brewery dedicated to mixed fermentation, oak aging, sour beer, things that were really only interesting to a handful of people who absolutely loved it. And he did it purely out of passion. This wasn't somebody who said, let's make a buck, obviously, on this dream. He said, like, he knew what was amazing and he wanted to commit to it, and thankfully he did. And so Jolly Pumpkin, really, when you see sour beer being made by people like DeGard and Jester King and Wicked Weed, even though now they're with Anheuser-Busch, you name it, it all goes back in America to Jolly Pumpkin and what Ron has done. And what's so cool about Ron is that he continues to innovate. So this beer is Madrugada Obscura. It is his mixed fermentation stout that goes into oak. It gains some acidity. It's got Belgian dark fruit flavors. That's been additionally aged in Buffalo Trace bourbon barrels for 6 months.
Ooh, boy.
So he takes a beautiful Belgian stout with a hint of acidity, some funk, and some fruit, and layers in this vanilla, oaky tannin, coconut, cocoa powder flavor.
Yeah.
That's like the best of all worlds. You know, it's stout, it's barrel, it's vinous, red winey, and delicious. And the standard Madrugada Obscura is about 8.1% alcohol. This extended aging in Buffalo Trace brings it up to just over 10%.
Aha.
So a really great sipper. We're serving it, you know, around 55 degrees, which is a great slightly chilled temp for the beer, and it's just really cool beer.
Saturday night by the fire, it's snowing outside. Bang, bing, bang, bingo. It didn't come out exactly.
Bing, bang,
this is
bingo.
our fourth beer today.
Yeah. Really great beer.
But the vanilla, you know, a lot of these for me, too much vanilla.
Yeah.
And you said, I think you said sort of the best of all worlds or something like that, and I agree completely.
Yeah, it's like a
Not
swirl
that I would
of vanilla.
disagree with, but agree completely. You know, the vanilla, a little bit coconut, but nothing
overpowering.
dominates the other.
Yeah, the beer
Really
itself is
good.
still Madrugada Obscura, there's no doubt. You know, like sometimes with these you hear, oh, it's bourbon barrel aged, and it's taking it in a complete other direction. And you know, frankly, there might be some people out there that would be excited if it was like a sweet pastry style stout. But this is so much still an old world, barrel conditioned and barrel aged mixed fermentation stout, and it tastes just like the base beer and yet so nuanced at the same time. A really delicious beer.
And it's got a guy or a gal with a tail and wings on it. Right on. Yeah, it's been a while since we've done Jolly Pumpkin. That's really, that is really a tasty beer.
You know, yeah, one of my favorite beers in the world is a beer they make called Bam Beer. Low ABV, mixed fermentation beer that's just so crushable and yet so flavorful. But I mean, that defines a lot of the beers that they make out of Jolly Pumpkin. An amazing place.
I'm fascinated to learn, what would you pair this with?
The dark chocolate flavors and the richness kind of call out for something rich and wintry as we head into the spring season. Thankfully, So I'm thinking like, baby back ribs, or maybe some stews like Carbonade Flamand, the classic Belgian, or beef bourguignon, the red wine-based French beef stew. Maybe chili would be great. Cassoulet with some duck, I think, would be phenomenal. But you could do it with so many things.
Yeah, I can see that. Right on. Very good. Greg, thank you as always.
Thank you.
Everyone, please always do drink responsibly, and be sure to bring your thirst next time for another beer of the week.